Well, I'm going to show you some printmaking techniques. I'm going to be making a fish, so I'm going to use this flathead brush to do a general wash on my whole paper. And since the ocean is blue, I'm just going to get some of this blue and just paint the whole page. And sometimes I do like the streaks in there, so sometimes I just leave those. And some of the materials I have watercolor. I have a plate of some different acrylic paints. I have my water, and I actually have these samples from the Jelly Prints. These are fun things to print with that I can show you. I'm also going to be using this marker to make the scales for my fish. What I love about this watercolor on this paper is it dries super fast. So there we go. Then I can either paint or I can make a drawing of the fish that I might want. So I think I'm going to go with a painting of it. And let's see, I think maybe I'll just use red here. I'm just going to do a general outline. Of course, red and blue make purple. Okay, so just doing my general outline here. So yeah, I did turn a little bit purple where it kind of mixed. Maybe where the eye would be. Okay, now since I am using acrylic, it does stain, so you do need to be careful about that. Now what I was thinking of doing for the scales is using this marker tip, and I think I'm going to start with the yellow, and you can see how it makes a circle. But if I don't stamp it the whole way down, it only makes half a circle, which is what I think I want. So I'm just going to play around. So when I tap it down, that one did make a circle. Or what I could do actually is only get half of it stamped in the paint. There. Let's see if that works better. Yes. So being that we can't do our fish printing the way we normally would this year, then this is another way to make a fish print. And so I'm just repeating this pattern over and over again. Trying to go a little bit faster. Of course, I can use some different colors. I have some gold here. That might be fun. And if some of it turns out like a circle, that's fine. I can always do touch-ups later too. Okay, now let's see what some of this other stuff does. So you know this. I'm going to actually put some of this dark blue paint. I'm just going to kind of lightly put it on. And let's see what happens when I stamp this on my paper. Ooh, I like it. And I can overlap it. Ooh, I'm liking this. And then maybe even, I wish I had some green. I think that would look good. Let's go with the white then. See what happens with the white. And yes, it's going to mix. Well, that's okay. It's not my favorite, but I like it. Let's try some gold. Maybe up here. Ooh, I like it. Let's see some other things I can stamp with. There's this string or yarn. What can I do with that? I know. If I place it down, if I paint on top of it, will I get an interesting, I'm going to go with some dark blue here, see what happens. Let me redo that, because that gold didn't turn out. Or, now that it has paint on it, I can maybe try to make a stamp. See what happens. You can take a different surface. A styrofoam plate works really well. You can take some, this is one thing you can do. You can put something on top of it. They sent me this too. And then I'm going to use this yellow. And let's see what's going to happen with this. Now I think that I want to take that off and see what happens. Where should I put it? I guess I'll put it on the tail. It's smeared, but I think I can do this. Can I stamp that? There we go. Actually, that turned out a little bit better. So I'm just playing around with some different materials, whether it's a fish or not, it doesn't even really matter. Another thing is if you paint this one surface and then I'll paint that, guess what color that's going to be, with some red on there. There. Go right on top of that. So I do have an interesting fish. It's kind of just my big old example of different prints that you can add on. Of course, another fun thing is just using the tip of the brush. Or if you want to get a flared look, and actually have yellow and red on it, but it's on the blue it's turning green, which I kind of like. So just play around, have fun, do something interesting. If it doesn't look the way it's supposed to, who cares? You're being creative, being interesting. Haha.